Welcome to the Curator's Salon. Today I am sitting in the studio with artist and designer Sarah Hamilton. Sarah was one of the early guests on the podcast and I'm delighted to have her back. Welcome back, Sarah.
Thank you very much for having me, Geeta.
So tell me, what's been going on with you?
Well, it's been a very busy few months since we last spoke. I've had my open studio, which was absolutely fantastic. Lots of visitors to see my work. And also, I have been running the Just a Card campaign, which is very familiar to lots of people and hopefully very familiar with lots more very soon.
Oh, the campaign is doing amazing work. It's really grown since we were last talking about it as well. What else have you been doing about that?
Well, yes, it really has grown. It's been 4 years since I set up the campaign, and the first year we didn't really have a lot of interest, but then gradually over the last probably year, it's gone through the roof. It's been phenomenal. The interest has really, really rocketed, and we are just launching this incredible project called Just a Book with amazing partners funding circle, which is the aim is to get the message that buying any small thing from an artist, designer or independent shop really does make such a difference. And it's actually about encouraging people to really support the shops and say how amazing they are, not just to support them because they're independents, but because independents are amazing in themselves.
I hear this quite a lot, the impact that Just a Card is having, with people saying that when they're putting the stickers in the shop, they're actually prompting conversations. They're encouraging customers to go back in when, maybe they just went in to browse initially, but it's actually converting people from browsers into buyers. It's such great stuff to hear.
Well, this was the key thing. I just thought the message shop local and support local, etc., just didn't go far enough. We really had to make a tangible difference in order for people to really think about it. It had to be something that says a call to action. Just saying support local, it is meaningless. You have to think about how you do that. So Just a Card, we used cards as an example of a small sale, but it's just a card, just a book, just a pin, just a gift, just a carrot. It's just anything that makes a huge, huge difference.
And I love how it's also relevant to online businesses, because I know that's how a lot of makers and designers actually start out, by just having their online shops as well.
Yeah, we've got a fantastic online community. It's really, really important. I'm always advocating the power of social media. We have lots of online chats, lots of support for makers and loads of people meet each other online. And it's a great way to being involved in Just a Card online is a great way to drive traffic to your website, to get tips and ideas, to meet people. We do so much online. So it's very much about online because and also it's about people who do open studios, craft fairs, design events. People wear our pins, people display our posters on their stalls and engage the buying public and spread the word. It's really very powerful.
Yeah, I've definitely been around to art markets and seen the posters, which is always really exciting to see it's actually working. So as well as the online stuff and online promotion of the Just a Card campaign, I know you've also this last year been talking more in-person events. Like I know you were at Top Drawer. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, we've had some fantastic support from Top Drawer, from the Greetings Cards Association, the GCA, from the Design Trust, and I do go and speak at events or take part in events to spread the word. I spoke at the GCA AGM, which was both terrifying and incredibly brilliant because we spoke to it was about 200 people in the industry working in this world who, really had they gave me the opportunity to talk about this. Top Drawer have given us fantastic opportunity to meet loads of makers, lots of independent shops. We were so busy when we did Top Drawer and it was really brilliant, and their support, everybody's support means so much, and it's the reason why the campaign has just really, really is where it is now, because so many people have taken on board the message.
And now I want to hear more about the fantastic campaign that you've got going with Funding Circle. I'd love to hear more about that. Tell us.
So, yes, we've been working with the incredible Funding Circle on an amazing project to get the message in front of the wider public. I've always been aware that we are preaching to the converted quite a lot of the time. A lot of our supporters and friends are artists, makers, independent shops, but to really make a difference, we need to get the message to a wider public. So what we have done with the support and help and assistance from Funding Circle is make 15 huge tube posters, which are in stations across London with stars reading books. And the aim is to show that Just a Card isn't just a card. It's never just a card. It's also a book, a pin, a gift. They're just examples. So we chose books and we chose lots of fantastic stars because, let's be honest, there is nothing like a star to get message heard. So we worked for 6 months doing these photo shoots. I worked with the fantastic photographer Charlie Gray, and we took some really beautiful black and white photographs of people like Richard E. Grant, Michael Palin, Natalie Dormer, Natalie Emmanuel. You need to go to our website and have a look at our star gallery. It's amazing. And we have been having, the posters are at Covent Garden, at Bank, at London Bridge, Tottenham Court Road and Angel. So we hope everybody will look out for them, and hopefully the wider buying public will really see them and read the message clearly that we've written, which explains why it's so important to support independents and support small, and say how incredible they are.
I've seen some of these images. They are absolutely beautiful. They are huge, and they're really going to stand out on the tube when you're waiting for your train. There's a lot of text underneath. Can you read what that says to us?
Yeah, it was very important for us to get the text right because we wanted to say support independence, but we also wanted to give clear reasons why. So it took us about 3 days, an awful lot of emails backwards and forwards, but here is what we wrote, and this is what it says underneath the beautiful portraits. From bookshops to bakeries, independent businesses bring us something special. Their friendly service, expert advice, and unique treasures keep our towns and high streets vibrant. It takes passion and determination to run a small business. They create opportunities and inspire us, building communities for everyone. Their success is our success. So let's support small. Just a card, just a book, just a gift. To small businesses, artists, designers, and independent shops, all sales matter. They are the difference between flourishing towns and boarded up shops. No matter how small, make your purchase count. Just a card, just a book, just a gift is all it takes.
That's such a brilliant message, and it totally gets that campaign idea across. How did you get so much support from well-known people for you to be your sitters?
We loved the idea of bringing bookshops to this because bookshops are so precious and pivotal to our high streets, and obviously everybody loves a good bookshop. So we thought having people reading and talking about books would be a really lovely way to take this beyond the just a card message. So when we put this to the people that we photographed, they so loved the idea, and it was so much fun chatting to people about their favourite books. We asked them to choose a book that was really significant to them and talk about it. And it was such an enjoyable project to have the time to actually talk about books, which bookshops people used, why they loved them, why they loved all independent shops, why they valued the high street, and why they valued the towns and makers and not places, really special independent shops all around our towns and cities. They're so precious, and they're so precious to everybody, not just the people that we photograph, but everybody who looks at the posters, everybody that I've talked to cares so much about this, and getting the message out there that this is so important to actually support these shops and these makers and artists at fairs, etc., is what we want to do. So this was just such a brilliant way, and we were so grateful to all these people that said yes, which was incredible. So, and we got Richard E. Grant the day after he got his Oscar nomination. So I was thinking, oh, he's not going to come. But he did. And that's why he's beaming with smiles. And yeah, it was just a brilliant project. Everybody said they enjoyed being part of it so much. And we're so grateful. And we're really grateful to everybody that's supported it, everybody that's tweeted it. Keep tweeting it. Keep taking photos on your phones, putting them on social media when you spot a poster. Do a bit of a dance in front of them. And let's just get this word out there because it's so important. And this is an incredible opportunity.
Is there a hashtag to follow for the poster campaign?
There certainly is. We've set one up specially. It's called Just Support Small. So use the hashtag and share far and wide.
Well, I just need to top up my Oyster and get down to London Underground. So it's fantastic to see a business like Funding Circle support a campaign like this. How did all that come about?
Well, it actually came about, the connection came through Instagram, and we made a connection and I put the project to them. We did a small initiative together to start with, and we found that we worked incredibly well together. And then they were talking and they said, have you got any other ideas? And I said, really, really bad question, because I am full of ideas. So I put this project to them, and one of the reasons that I did was because I'm a trustee of Annos Africa, and you'll see at the bottom of the posters there, we made a donation Funding Circle made a donation in the name of the people that we photographed, so that they would, to thank them for taking part of this in lieu of a fee, which is really incredible. And Annos Africa is a UK-based children's arts charity, which I've been a trustee of for 5 years and have run a lot of fundraising projects with them. So to also raise some funds for the charity was completely wonderful as well. So that's how it happened.
So it's such a great way for a business to be a sponsor of a campaign like Just a Card, and then at the same time let a charity like Annos Africa, that I know is really dear to your heart, also benefit from your work.
Yeah, it really was a brilliant tie-in, and we're so grateful to them for their commitment to that and this project. And whilst we're on the subject of grateful, it's so important for us to mention all the supporters who shared the campaign so much, who've got behind this, who Instagram this, tweet this, wear our pins, etc. And most importantly, to thank the wonderful team that is part of Just a Card. I really could not do this without them. The team mostly are volunteers, and they put so much work into this that this is why the campaign is where it is. So yeah, it's a big round of applause to everybody who's been part of this, and onwards and upwards.
Getting the right people around you is so important, and you can head over to the justacard.org website to meet the fantastic team and also get involved and sign up to their mailing list. Sarah, where can people find you online?
They can follow us on Instagram, which is Just a Card. They can follow me, if you'd like to follow me, Sarah Hamilton Prince, and of course follow our fantastic supporters for this project, Funding Circle UK.
And you can follow me on Instagram at the Geeta Joshi, and I will add all of that into the show notes. Thanks so much for listening, and if you've enjoyed this episode, I would hugely appreciate a review or a rating on whichever podcast platform you're listening. Thanks so much. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
The Curator's Salon hopes you enjoyed this production.